Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is me, Miss Aisha Manzoor, and you all are watching my channel Chemistry Solutions. So today in this lesson, we are going to learn about the chemistry of the environment. So in this, we are going to complete 10.1, that is water. So describe chemical test for the presence of water using anhydrous cobalt 2 chloride and anhydrous copper 2 sulfate. The meaning of anhydrous stands for this meaning anhydrous means without water. So if we are talking about the cobalt chloride, so cobalt chloride will be in powder form when you are talking about the cobalt 2 chloride in powder form, and it is in blue color. With water, it gives a color that is pink, and pink hydrated salts are crystals form. So that hydrated salts, if we talk about the crystals of copper sulfate, then with water of crystallization compound called as the hydrated salt. So copper sulfate, if we talk about the copper sulfate hydrated salt, with water, it is hydrated salt. When we will heat it, water will evaporate and it will turn into copper sulfate. It will turn into anhydrous copper sulfate, which is without water. Copper 2 sulfate without water and white colored powdered. Okay, so let me show you. This one is the hydrated copper 2 sulfate with water of crystallization in this compound, whereas this one is the powdered copper sulfate without water of crystallization. So this is basically used to test for the presence of water. So if we will evaporate it, water will be evaporated and it will turn into powdered copper sulfate. Whereas this one is the cobalt chloride. Blue are the powdered form, and with water of crystallization, it is of pink crystals. So these two salts are used to test for the presence of water. So next points are describe how to test the purity of water using melting point and boiling point. If water boils exact at 100 degrees centigrade, then it's pure, and melt at 0 degrees centigrade, then it's pure. What does impurity do? In the presence of impurity in water, the boiling point of water will rise up, and if impurity is there, then melting point will be lowers down. So if it boils or melt at their own temperature, then the substance is pure. Explain that distilled water is used in practical chemistry rather than tap water. Why? Because it contains fewer chemical impurities. So this question can come, why we cannot use tap water for chemical practical in chemistry. Then in that case you will see that in tap water there will be some chemical impurities are there. State that water from natural sources may contain substances including dissolved oxygen, metal compounds, plastic, sewage, harmful microbes, nitrates from fertilizers, phosphates from fertilizers and detergents. You must know that from where nitrates are coming from fertilizers, from where phosphates are coming from fertilizers and detergents. In exam, they can ask the sources of it. Next, they have stated that some of these substances are beneficial, including dissolving. So, in something dissolving oxygen, the beneficial things are present which are in water. Dissolved oxygen are basically good for aquatic life. Some metal compounds provide essential minerals for life. State some of these substances are potentially harmful, including some metal compounds are toxic, some plastics are harmful, sewage contain harmful microbes which cause disease. Nitrates and phosphates lead to deoxygenation of water and damage to aquatic life. How? Because algae and plants in the aquatic life uses nitrates and phosphates and grow a lot, and it will it will produce a layer on the surface of the water, green layer, and we call that algal bloom. So that will stop to enter the light in the water. So all things started to decompose in the water, and that water will have no life over there. Details of the eutrophication process are not required. Not more detail is there, but you must know that what eutrophication is. Describe the treatment of the domestic water supply in terms of. So these points which I am going to discuss to you people about it, that these steps can become in your exam, and you have to write all of the steps over there. Sedimentation and filtration to remove solids. In this sedimentation, aluminum sulfate is used, where the uh, in aluminum sulfate, where the small particles stick together and they will settle down at the bottom, and then filtration and remove solids in the first step. Then use of carbon to remove taste and odor. So basically carbon or charcoal used to remove the foul smell and taste of water. So next, chlorination to kill microbes. So chlorine gas passes through the aqueous chlorine used to kill the microbes or all the microorganisms present in water. 10.2 fertilizers. State that some ammonium salts and nitrates are used as fertilizers, like ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate, ammonium nitrate. So some of the ammonium salts are used as fertilizers. So describe the use of NPK fertilizer. What does it mean, NPK? NPK stands for nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. K stands for potassium. To provide the elements nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium for improved plant growth. So basically, all these are essential for good yield of plant and plant growth. So these are the fertilizers. Now come towards the topical past papers, where we can see how examiner are going to ask the question. Drinking water, this question is from May June 1922. Drinking water is obtained by purification of sea water and river water. Desalination is used to convert seawater into drinking water. What is desalination? It is basically the removal of salts from seawater. So, river water is often polluted by phosphates and nitrates. So, give the source of these two pollutants, and we already have discussed that these phosphates and nitrates are coming from fields and fertilizers. Name one environmental effect caused by these pollutants in river water. That is the eutrophication, which causes the algal bloom and which causes the death of the aquatic life. Name the substance used to remove bad taste and odor from the river water. That is carbon or charcoal. Name the substance used to disinfect river water so it is safe to drink. That is the chlorine. So chlorination is a process through which water can be purified from microorganisms and different microbes. Now, this is the question, May June 2022. Nitric acid is used to make fertilizers. Fertilizers leach into rivers and cause water pollution problems. Name one other pollutant found in river water, that is the heavy metalline, pesticides, herbicides, or detergents. Any one answer you can write over there to get mark 1. State three processes used in the purification of water to produce drinking water: sedimentation, filtration, screening. I already have talked to you about these steps from the syllabus 5070. Same syllabus is with the 0620 IGCSE. Chlorination, use of activated charcoal to remove foul smell and taste. So use of carbon or charcoal is used to remove to get the taste better of water. Foul smell, to remove foul smell and taste, to get the better taste, we use carbon or charcoal. So this is end of this lecture. I hope so that you people have learned it very well. So don't forget that consistency is the key of success. So signing off, Miss Aisha Manzoor.